Welcome back to this Diablo Let's Play. You're Sambo, Seraphis, and joining us as always here in the evil-filled lands of Sanctuary are Tallahassee and our good mate Zombub, aka Mclargehuge. Tallahassee, how are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. It's nice to be in Sanctuary.
It is nice to be in Sanctuary, and good evening to you, Mclargehuge.
How are you today?
Yep, not too bad. Now, I understand, by the way, Tallahassee, I was talking to Mclargehuge off camera before we started filming, and I believe that somebody in our party here, and it's not me, and it's not Mclargehuge, actually completed the game recently. Is that right?
Yeah, I got bored waiting for you guys, so I went ahead and finished it.
Well, congratulations, my friend. Well done. That's good. I presume that means you've completed it on normal, not nightmare or hell mode or anything like that.
Yeah, just on normal. I'll be going back and doing nightmare at some stage.
Right, and I also assume that this was on your main, which is also a barbarian?
Yes, it was.
Well, congratulations. So, without giving the game away, are you able to tell us, like, nothing about the story, but in terms of rating the overall experience, and let's face it, it's only the normal experience, and a lot of people say that you truly haven't played Diablo 3 until you've run through on Hell, or Nightmare, or whatever, but just on the normal side of things, was it everything you expected? Did you enjoy the story? Obviously, you're compelled to go back and play it again, so you must have enjoyed it.
The story is actually really good. There is some stuff that you sort of don't expect, but
right.
It still makes sense in the context of the universe. Yeah, but really, really, really good. It's not so much a game as it is an event.
Ooh, all right. Well, there you go, folks. And by the way, welcome to this week's episode. If you're toying whether or not it was worth it, or if you haven't actually pushed the button on it yet and bought the game, you know Tallahassee, he's a harsh critic, and if he says it was actually worthwhile, then it most probably is. Now, Mclargehuge, we know you've got Zombub, the zombie witch doctor here, but your main is also a barbarian. Whereabouts are you up to in the game? Like, what sort of level are you sort of playing at the moment?
At the moment, I am on Act 3. Yeah, 3, I think. I'm up to, basically, gotten up to the point where I'm fighting all the demons and everything's starting to get really intense. I'm getting swamped with huge swarms of bad guys, and I'm getting my smash on and destroying everything. So,
so needless to say, you're enjoying it as well?
Definitely.
Excellent. There you go, folks. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Of course, I haven't played enough to make up my own mind, but I am enjoying what we've played so far. Now, by the way, just to bring you guys up to speed, if you joined us in our last week's episode, you'll remember that we were down here in the Defiled Crypts, and we've been trying to find this Chancellor's altar. Now, what we thought we'd do is get the boring dungeoneering out of the way first, and you can see on my mini-map up the top here, we've got a little doorway there, and it says that's the Defiled Crypt level 2. So we've run through all of these because there's 3 of them. There's 3 possible dungeons that are the right one. We've gone and weeded them out, and we found the right one, and we thought we'd come in right at the beginning of level 2 once we've found it. So you have missed out on a little bit there. What you've also missed out on is the fact that we've all leveled up. You can see we're level 8 now, and guys, if I go into my skill screen here, we can see that I've got a new defensive skill, and currently I've got Frost Nova, and you guys know what that is. That freezes everybody in place. So I've got a new one here called Diamond Skin that I can choose. And this one, and I'm looking for your guys' advice on this, I'll ask you in a minute. Frost Nova, of course, blasts nearby enemies with an explosion of ice and freezes them in place for 3 seconds. My new ability, which I could choose, is called Diamond Skin, and this transforms my skin to diamond for 6 seconds, absorbing up to 223 damage from incoming attacks. Now, Tallahassee, being a squishy mage that I am, this sounds like a very important mage skill to have because it gives me that all-important armor when I need it most. But what are your thoughts about having it when I'm running with yourself and Mclargehuge? Is that really something I need, or should I stick to the utility of my Frost Nova?
Honestly, you're probably better off sticking with Frost Nova. It's going to be more useful in this setting. If you were soloing or we were up against a boss, so one that doesn't move around too much, I'd say, yeah, use the diamond skin. But in this instance, with us, I wouldn't bother, because we're really probably going to need the CC just to keep people trapped in place.
Crowd control, and of course, I'm Mclargehuge. You know, we were talking about crowd control last week and how important it is. And of course, you know, there's a great sort of symbiotic nature, I guess, amongst the classes when you are running with 3. Would you agree with Tallahassee on that one? Keep the crowd control rather than the armour when I'm running with 2 other folk?
Yeah, definitely. Something that's going to stop all the enemies to allow us to be able to kind of do some damage is definitely good. And not just that, I actually have a mage, and I think that diamond skin skill is pretty terrible, to be honest.
Good. Oh no, thanks. That's good to know. All right, now I didn't realise you were leveling a mage. Good stuff. Are you enjoying that? Because to me it seems like it's going to sort of build into a typical glass cannon. Very squishy, but also very explosively powerful. Is that what you're finding?
Yeah, definitely. You are very squishy. You do tend to die a lot, especially at the start. But as you get further into the game, the amount of light shows that you can create is definitely worth it.
I like that, light shows. That's what we're all about. Well, folks, there we go. Without further ado, let's zoom out. And I think, guys, we're ready to rock and roll now. So I'm going to stick with my old one. Oh, by the way, just before we do go ahead, Tallahassee, you will have got a new skill as well, I presumed. Have you got something that you're using from your level 8?
I got leap, which is leap toward the enemy and attack them, but I'm not using that because I much prefer ground stomp.
Of course, good old ground stomp. What about you, Mclargehuge? Did you get a new witch doctor skill at level 8, and are you using it?
I leveled up at the end of the last episode and achieved this one.
Was that the fear? I think it was.
Yeah. I did lose my zombie dogs though, which isn't very fun. So I'm not sure about it at this point.
Oh yeah, because of course we had a lot of folk comment about that, by the way, about your zombie dogs. So it'll be interesting to get your appraisal as to what you're finding more useful, the fear or the zombie dogs, which of course don't do a whole bunch of damage, but there's a lot of them, so I guess it adds up. Alright guys, let's do it. I guess let's head down into the crypt level 2. Tallahassee, is this where we can expect to find the Chancellor's altar?
Yeah.
Ooh, good. Alright, so hopefully we're going to have lots of stuff. Oh, look at that. The guys are straight onto smashing the crates and the vases as well. I think you guys enjoy that more than you enjoy actually killing monsters somehow. Although I must say I'm kind of the same.
Seriously, if they made a game that was just this, I would buy it.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Straight into it, folks. Speaking of crowd control and needing some shield, we've got Mangle. Who is he? Manglemore here. Straight into it, and we get ourselves a purple boss. Let's hope that he drops something nastily nice here. Here we go. A Gathering Gold Hood. Going to open up our inventory and see what that is. Oh, it's my first helm. And there we go. My first helm is a blue, and it increases the gold and health pickup by 2 yards. Very good. And by the way, while we carry on, we're going to have a listen to this lore here. We'll trigger that off. Before I do we head into the Chancellor's tomb? Actually, will this, by the way, Tallahassee, will it trigger a cutscene or anything like that? Because I don't want to listen to our new lore if it's just going to get cancelled by a new cutscene.
I can't honestly remember.
Oh, what about you? Do you remember Mclargehuge, or will we be alright if we start a new lore piece here?
I believe we'll be okay. I think we've got a little bit of running to go.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Well, now, by the way, if I want to see that cutscene that I just listened, that we missed, by the way, because, or not the cutscene, there was a lore snippet came up and I left it too long. Is that always the one that's at the top of the list, or is it at the bottom of the list? Who knows?
It's at the top of the list.
Oh, top of the list. All right, here we go. Unburied, and we'll listen to that. And we'll go through and hopefully it won't cut out. Here we go.
Human corpses that were flung into mass graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only flee from it, and I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
Thank you for that, lore person. He, of course, was talking about that monstrosity that we just fought. It's very cool. And here we are, straight into it again. Boy, I've got to say, Mclargehuge, that the work they've done graphically, because I don't know if you guys know watching from home, and I hope you don't mind us saying Mclargehuge, but Mclargehuge is indeed a graphic artist. I guess the best way to put it, a little bit artsy. You, of all people, I'd imagine, would very much appreciate the art style in this game and the amount of effort and skill that's gone into creating the amazing looking mobs and scenery. Would that be true?
Yeah, definitely. I love when you're kind of just running along and something just falls down from the roof in front of you. That's a really good effect. It works really well.
Yeah, like it's coming out of the screen, I guess. Alright, so here we are. Here is the Chancellor's altar. If everyone's ready, yep, let's have a bit of a click and see what happens.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
Alright, so we've got Chancellor Eamon, who's clearly seen better days by the looks of things. Let's see if we can take him down. And there we go. Kill Chancellor Eamon was our task. That is done. We've got ourselves a nice blue belt by the looks of things there. Let's go into our inventory and see if it's better than what we've got. And it is by a long shot. Also regenerating 1 life per second. So we will absolutely take that one. And I think other than that, we're right. So pretty much got everything, guys. Now, I notice some of the empty slots. I haven't got shoulders. I don't have an amulet. And I don't have rings yet, and I imagine you guys are pretty much the same. Alright, so what do we have to do? Take the Skeleton King's crown from the altar, so let's grab that, and there we go. The quest is complete, and oh! Is this the reward we get? Tallahassee, it's saying something about a town portal here. Oh, and it's appeared on our hotbar. Explain this. What is this? Because, of course, in Diablo 2, town portals were a consumable scroll in our inventory. I've got one on my hotbar now. How do we use this, and is it infinite?
It is infinite, and it is beautiful. All you do is just click on it.
What, that's it? There's absolutely no resource cost whatsoever?
No, just click on it, or press T.
Oh my god. Alright, well there you go, folks. You saw it here. You no longer have to collect scrolls to actually portal back. Mclargehuge, I mean, does that mean at the end of any fight, anywhere in the world you are, if you have full bags, and we all know that I'm going to at some point, does that mean we can just portal back from anywhere?
Yep, no more having to find a waypoint.
Oh, okay, I'm happy about that. Alright folks, you can see our objectives here are to use the town portal to return to New Tristram and then go and talk to Deckard Cain. Now, if I pop one, guys, here we are, I'm going to do that right now. Oh, and by the way, very cool summoning animation that she's got there. Oh, so it doesn't actually pop a portal for you guys to use. It actually just teleports myself back to Tristram. Okay, good to know. Alright, so I guess the first thing I want to do is head along to the artisan here, and we learnt about salvaging last time. I'm going to salvage all my blues here, and of course that is so that I can turn them into crafting materials. I'm going to go over to my stash and dump them into my stash. There we go, adding to the pile that's there from all my other characters. I'm also going to go over and head to the merchant here and sell off all my white goods, and there we go, good stuff. Now, is it worthwhile, Tallahassee, while we're here, popping into Cain's house or the inn to see if there's any new lore?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to hop inside. Let's have a look here. Cain's house, let's go over. Oh yeah, and look at that, we've got a new book over there. And, oh, okay, I must have already picked that up because there was nothing there. Now, it says here in chat, by the way, very cryptic looking message. I hope it doesn't interrupt us. It's come up and said, we are stopping this service to pick up a service update in 15 minutes. And by the way, that's exactly how long we've got left on our episode, so we don't mind. That's perfect. But what on earth does that mean? Tallahassee, we are stopping this service to pick up a service update. That doesn't kind of make any sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
No, it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it's a very good error message message to be sending out to the public.
No.
Go on, Blizzard, you're meant to be doing better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I'm Mclargehuge. We're talking about the portals before we have a chat to Deckard Cain here. Yeah, so you and I, by the way, we're standing in front of this portal here. I'm guessing that that is my scroll of town portal, and if I was to click on that, it would take me back to the Chancellor's tomb. But can you guys see a portal there as well? Because, I mean, you portaled here. Will there be a portal for you? Or, like, would you be able to come back to the tomb with me if I went there, is what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I can see a portal here, and I imagine Tallahassee can see one as well, so we all get our own special little portals.
Okay, alright. Thank you. There you go, folks, just in case you're wondering. And here he is, Deckard Cain. Let's have a chat.
The crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem.
Alright, so he's repairing.
There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then help me. I will use your handiwork for great things.
Alright, so yeah, there we go. Bit of a chat with the old artisan there. And it looks like we now... Well, I've got no objectives on my tracker, but good old Deckard Cain has an exclamation mark above his head. Tallahassee, is he who we need to speak to next?
Yep, he's the man to talk to.
Alright, here we go.
I have the crown. How do I reach the Skeleton King?
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
The Skeleton King dies today. I must find the fallen star.
And there we go, folks. A big objective. Use the new Tristram waypoint to return to the Cathedral Garden. And then we've obviously got to have a good old crack at the Skeleton King so you can see the story coming together. And as always, folks, if you ever get lost as to where you need to go, you can see there, this is the closest unlocked waypoint to your quest objective. Always go for the one with the picture of the chalice there. And you can see our new objective is to enter Leoric's Passage, and I'm pretty sure that's right behind us there. There we go. Let's head straight in. We've got 12 minutes.
That's not a double entendre either.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, no. None whatsoever, because we're not those sort of people, right? Now, by the way, Zombub, if we come over here and have a look down in this pit, I mean, we were talking before about the artwork. I don't know, from your perspective, you're the artist, I'm not, of course, and I'm very jealous of people with your sort of skill. I mean, that looks pretty cool to me. Would you agree?
Yeah, I reckon that looks awesome.
I mean, one of the things you were talking about, the perspective before, with things sort of coming in from, you know, the ceiling, I guess. I've noticed as we've been playing in our other characters in other areas of the game, and it's kind of like that here. You know, the sense of depth in the game, I mean, let's face it, it's a sort of pseudo 2.5D side-scrolling, well, isometric sort of game, and yet when you go over bridges and, again, looking down into holes like this, I mean, the Blizzard artists have done a great job with that sense of scale and perspective and depth, haven't they?
Yeah, they've really knocked it out of the park some of the times. It's kind of like taking a regular 2D game and just stretched it into something amazing.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Here we go, opening the door here. Go to the Cathedral level 2 through the ornate door. That's about as ornate as they come, I reckon. And there we go, inside to the Cathedral level 2. Now you can see, of course, guys, we've got a handy little countdown in our chat now of how long we've got left on this episode, and like I say, it's about right anyway. So we'll get as far as we can in the 11 minutes that we've got left here. Whether or not we actually get to find our objective, which at the moment is to descend through the cathedral and ultimately, I guess, find the Skeleton King. Look at this, we've got, this is classic Diablo here, folks. Here it is, it's all starting to heat up now, and we've got ourselves a yellow gold mob there, which is of course a boss there, Zul. And did we take him down already? Is he gone? There we go.
Yep.
Not bad. And that was a massacre, apparently. And there's still mobs out here. So Mclargehuge, actually, you were saying earlier that you've got to a point in the game where there are masses and masses of mobs, you know, real Diablo stuff happening. Is it those sort of moments that you're talking about? Are they happening more and more in the game for you as you move forwards?
Yeah, and they start to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the enemies get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just gets heaps more fun.
Oh, fantastic. Sorry, I was just breaking some barrels there. And by the way, I got myself an achievement here, Golden Packs. And if we click on that, there we go. Kill 20 treasure goblins. Oh, is that what you guys were doing up there?
Yep.
Right, so I was barrel smashing and you got me an achievement. I like that. Now, I notice here, Mclargehuge, you've pulled your zombie dogs back out. You wanting to give them a go?
Yeah, I didn't actually even use the other one, I think. I didn't see the point in making everyone run away from me when I was trying to kill them, so...
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's a very good point. Oh, I must say, you know, this is an area of the cathedral that I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've actually been through here in our Let's Play, and so this is all new. And look at that again. Oh, yeah, Mclargehuge, that looks fantastic, doesn't it, down the side there? That's a great looking view.
Yeah, it's great when you run past the windows and you can see kind of dropping down into the dungeons and there's little guys moving around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think the way you put it there, them knocking it out of the park, that's one thing about Blizzard. Love him or hate him, their art direction, whether you like their particular art style or not, is of course a personal choice. But the way that they do it, the quality of their chosen style is always top notch. There's no doubt about it. Now, Tallahassee, we've spoken about this in other games. World of Warcraft being one, Warcraft 3 being another, Diablo 2, especially with its age, I'm sure you know what I'm going to mention here, and that is the cinematics. Blizzard have always been master cinematic makers, in my opinion. You'd agree, I think, Tallahassee?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like they just want to make a movie, not so much a game.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. Actually, Mclargehuge, did you play Warcraft 3 by chance?
A little bit of it, a long, long time ago now.
Right, so I'm guessing you don't really remember the cinematics, or do you?
No, I don't remember the cinematics, but I've seen a lot of the cinematics from this game, and they're definitely good enough for me.
Yeah, well, definitely. Actually, this is not just for you, Mclargehuge, but anyone watching. If you have never played Warcraft 3... Oh, barrels. Hang on. Must get barrels. Must get barrels. Look at that. Zombub can't help himself either.
Bookcases.
Oh, and bookcases. That's right. Gosh, we've been forgetting about the bookcases. How could we?
Because adventuring is about pulling down people's
Bringing
books.
friends, by
That's
the way.
right. Oh, and yes, Tallahassee's gone and found some friends. Yeah, do you know what though, Mclargehuge, when you actually do break those bookcases, it's so satisfying, isn't it? Like the actual animation, the dust that comes off them and stuff. It's very cool. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yes, highly recommend anyone who hasn't played Warcraft 3 to go. Just, in fact, what you can do is you can search on YouTube, as we go down now, by the way, into level 3. Search on YouTube for Warcraft 3 cinematics, and you'll actually find them all. And they tell a story. They're fantastic. Well, don't do it if you don't want the story spoiled, by the way, because there's a lot of lore going on there, and a lot of lore that is the precursor, by the way, to World of Warcraft. So there you go. But remember, these are, what? I mean, I'd say it's 10 years old now, Tallahassee. Warcraft 3 was about 2000, 2002, somewhere around there.
Yeah, no, wasn't it? Oh, I don't think it was then. I think it was a little bit after, wasn't it? Like
Was it maybe?
2004 or so?
Maybe. By the way, folks, here we go. We had that nice little... I think we broke up their party, Tallahassee. There was some kind of summoning ritual going on there. Sorry about that, mages. Alright, so where are we headed? We need this guy.
Mages.
Oh, do we need to speak to this guy, the warrior, or do we want to explore up the stairs first? What do you think, Tallahassee?
You need to talk to him first.
Alright, and I guess because we've only got 6 minutes, we should definitely do that.
Who are you?
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well.
Alright, so he's tagging along with us. Find the warrior's stolen items. I guess, do we go up the stairs now? Yeah, I suppose.
As do I.
Yeah, he doesn't half-ass much, does he?
No, I know. Jeez.
Just save his life, and then he's like, find my stuff.
Find my stuff, or else he better drop some fat loot if he turns into a monster or something. Oh yeah, that looks fantastic. Doesn't it? Look at that great animation going on there. Now, by the way, folks, if you're watching along from home and you are playing Diablo 3, let us know in the comments below how far you've got so far, and of course your thoughts on the game. We're very interested as to whether or not you guys agree with us, whether this is a barrel of laughs. Get it? A barrel of laughs? Yeah, anyway, you know what I mean. Let us know if you are enjoying it, how far you've got, and of course, if you've managed to play it yet on one of the game's harder modes, like whether that be Hell or Nightmare. Now, I'm guessing, Tallahassee, you might be the one to ask this. Can you tell us the difference between the modes? Obviously, normal mode, we know that's... Wow, look at that, by the way, look at that view. Looks amazing. Obviously, normal mode, we know. If you die, you come back. The monsters are of an average difficulty. What's the next mode up from there, Tallahassee?
You know how when we started the game off, like, we weren't really having to do much to kill things, like at the moment?
Yep.
Like, those starting mobs now,
I suppose not.
for me, it's like
Could prove helpful.
4 or 5 hits, and I'm critting on them for like 400 or 500 every single time.
Wow.
And it still takes like 3 hits.
Oh, okay. So it's very hard. And by the way, folks, got another... This is a gold guy. And an epic elite. Oh, hopefully he'll drop something nice. Adventuring braces. Let's have a look just quickly in our inventory.
Hang on,
and
just a sec.
yep, they're way better. Way better than what I had. Very nice. By the way, Mclargehuge, just coming back to this area here. I don't know about you, but I just love the lighting on these pillars as you walk past them. There's something about it, the blue glow. Very awesome.
Yeah, the kind of ambient glow that you get from everything, which I think is something that they did really, really well in this game.
Yeah, Great. Now, by the way, 3 minutes to go. You can see that our objective has updated. We've got to find and kill John Dar. You know what? I'm guessing it's not in here, and we've got a waypoint. So, Tallahassee, is John Dar in here, or is he outside somewhere else? Do we have to take this waypoint?
No, he's in here.
Oh, is he?
I've got a feeling he's up this way a little bit.
Well, I think we might be cutting it. You know what I'm going to do? Sorry, everybody, but we might have to leave it on a cliffhanger here. Seeing as we got this waypoint, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this waypoint, and of course what that means is that we'll be able to actually come back straight to this part of the game in the beginning of our next episode there, because I fear that we're going to run out of time, and that would be horrible. It would be horrible. So what we'll do instead is we'll hop over here and sell off our white stuff, presuming that it's not better than what we've got. There we go. Get rid of all that stuff. And just checking, remembering, folks, that DPS as a wizard is actually judged by your DPS of a weapon, not by, you know, it's weird. You're a spellcaster, but you have to go by the DPS of your melee weapon. So just remember that. And just checking which one of these we want. I'll probably keep that one that I have right now. We can do some repairs, perhaps. Or can we repair yet? No, we still can't repair. What level do you start repairs at, by the way, Tallahassee?
Level 10.
Level 10, alright. So we'll salvage up, and there we go. That means we are, once I've dumped my stuff into my stash, we're pretty much all set up for the beginning of next week's episode, folks, where we have to go down and find and kill this guy called John Dar. So there we go. Certainly hope you enjoyed this episode. Certainly hope you'll join us in the next one. My thanks, of course, to Tallahassee, and I'm Mclargehuge with his zombie dogs there for joining us in this episode. And of course, we hope to see you next week as well, Mclargehuge.
Most definitely.
Excellent. There we go. And don't forget, folks, let us know where you're up to in the game and what you think of it in the comments below. In the meantime, on behalf of myself, Sambo, Seraphis, Tallahassee, and Zombub, it's us saying take care. Hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you are. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.